And welcome back to Sisters v Sisters. And no sub-events, so we can get right into things. I've returned to the past time again to try and redo things. One time, I was at war with you. Even if Harper was defeated, I had no idea whose body she'd take over, so I was forced to protect R4. One time, I abandoned everyone and tried to develop a way to seal R4. I sold the devices ASIC made to seal the goddesses and modified them. One time, I was completely helpless and spent all of my days in vain. And as I continued to repeat these cycles, there were so many times I just wanted to give it all up. I repeated it over and over. I tried so many methods. But no matter what, I couldn't stop the destruction of the world. After visiting numerous pasts, I was in opposition to you all, while also trying to develop a device to seal R4. I felt like a clown at some point, jumping back just to see the same things happen over and over again, but then it happened.
I'm counting on you, Nepgear. I'm sorry.
Nepgear, what happened here?
You are the Ashen Goddess.
Noir, Vert, Blonde, why is everyone on the ground? Nepgear, your sword.
Oh, I made a joke about the Gehaburn in the last episode. Are we going there?
My sword? Oh, you mean this?
That's no ordinary weapon.
Yeah.
I sense an ominous aura within.
We're bringing it back and making it canon this time. Ooh-wee.
The sword is called the Gehaburn.
Yep, yeah, there it is. Ooh-wee. It's actually here.
It's the only weapon that can defeat the immortal R4.
Nepgear.
Don't you dare say my name! I know who you are! It's because of your meddling with the PC continent that Sis was...
That's because...
Give her back to me! And not just her! Give me back everyone else too!
Did all of the goddesses...
Yes! It's all your fault! Give them back to me! If you can't... I'll erase you right now.
Stop! Nepgear! At that point, I had to get out of there. My only option was to run away.
Oh, and back to reading. We found this out later, but R4 took the lives of Uni, Rom, and Ram, right in front of Nepgear. The Nepgear of that timeline experienced much despair because of this. Noir and Blonde were also devastated at the loss of their sisters. In their rage, they swore revenge on R4. They offered their lives to the Gehaburn. Wait, did you say Gehaburn? Yes. Oh no, how could that have been brought out? Yuswar, what's the Gehaburn? Gehaburn is a terrible sword. It is a blood-stained weapon that absorbs the life of the goddesses. The goddesses? I didn't know something like that was present on this continent. Are you saying that sword would be able to defeat R4, even with her immortal body? Sure, this may be possible with the Gehaburn, however... I don't know what the full extent of the Gehaburn's power is either. But in that timeline, Nepgear took her own life after defeating R4. That shook me to my core. Nepgear's despair drove her to doing that, and I couldn't face the fact that my actions led to that. I left that timeline right away. I destroyed the Gehaburn and used their remaining energy to jump to the past. I tried to correct these misfortunes by going to the past, but tragedy would just strike somewhere else. It was like the world was rejecting what I was trying to do. But I didn't give up. I returned to the past again, and here now to tell you this. This is my sin, and my past path to atonement. Maho, the other me. Yes. Please don't end up like me. I hope you'll take care of Nepgear and Henri. Yeah. What Grey Sister told us was shocking. However, this is also a chance for us to avoid the tragedy that is to come. Right, we know about it now. We'll just have to think about the best way to deal with the threat of R4. Okay, well, what about what you said? The device that seals R4. Sorry, the sealing device was lost. What, really? Do you remember the capsule that trapped Neptune during the battle with R4 at Planet Tower? Alright, that was rough. That was the sealing device. Noir, why are you wailing at that? Can you blame me? I didn't know about it. And Nepgear, you were smacking it too. It's not all my fault. But why was it there? During the battle with R4, Neptune had fallen into the dimensional rift above the PC continent and vanished from this world. Or at least that's how it occurred in the timeline I observed. Then Nepgear was burdened by the responsibility that fell on her. R4 took advantage of that, and I wanted to avoid this. That's why I retrieved Neptune before she would be defeated by R4. I couldn't heal her wounds from the battle, so I had her enter the sealing device, which stops time while you're inside of it. However, after she healed, she went into the capsule again while half asleep, banging it around, and it rolled off and fell into a river. The device activated and she fell into a deep sleep again. R4 found her as she was drifting by, and you know the rest. Why are you always messing things up? What? But I don't remember that at all. Actually, if you didn't run off and get captured, I wouldn't have felt responsible or done all those stupid things. At the time, you did mention that you wanted to avenge Neptune in that battle. Give me back my determination and regret. What's that stuff got to do with me? Well, setting aside the cringy stuff Noir does, since that happens all the time. What do you mean all of the time? The sealing device was swallowed by the dimensional rift at Planet Tower. That's why you're saying it's lost, right? Correct. And that happens because of the paradox triggered by the interaction of Maho and me, since we're the same being. And then the IS crystal interfered. I wouldn't have been surprised if one or both of us vanished. Isn't that pretty bad? The same being in the same room. Danger. It's alright, we'll be fine as long as we don't make physical contact, and even if we do touch, I have a way around that. Phew. Anyways, I have to create a new sealing device, and then take the IS crystal back from... yeah. Grey Sister? Somebody get compa right away. She's sleeping well. What a relief. Nepgear, what's wrong? Grey Sister gave us a lot of information. I'm having trouble processing it. Yes, I'm sure everyone is the same, even I'm still confused a bit. I'm going outside for some air. Alright, you can leave this place in my care. Thank you, SD. I just learned too many things at once, and it's all swirling around my head. So many people have fallen victim, a countless amount of them. Grey Sister has seen it happen herself. Nepgear. Henri, they let you out? Yes, I gave them my equipment and everything I knew before about R4 in exchange. But it's obvious that they don't have time to deal with me right now. Well, it's not all of it. Issy also said that because of your past history, she deemed you were okay. I hope that's what she really thinks. But, you know. I know, Grey Sister, right? Ayop told me. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to Grey Sister or Maho anymore. I thought that avenging your mother and father would change things. I thought avenging my mother and father would change things, but I don't know about that anymore. After being told that Maho is Grey Sister, and she came from the future, everything just seems so much bigger than me. That said, I still want to know why she did what she did. Nonri, do you want to set up a meeting with Grey Sister? Am I allowed to do that? As long as you have no intention of harming her, I think that should be okay. You surrender your weapons, right? I think they might request security detail, but you should be able to get permission. Let me think about it. I still haven't wrapped my head around it. Alright, let's just let me know when you want to see her. Yeah. Yes, thanks, Neptunia. Maho, there you are. Gearsy. Yeah, I was just thinking about stuff. About Grey Sister? Well, she's also Maho, right? You can just call me Maho. I think it'll get too confusing otherwise. Alright, so what's on your mind? It's more like, it all feels so big and out of my control. Yeah, I still don't know what to do about how Arfar will destroy the world. To think I ended up doing that to Noir and Blonde too. Usually you would never do that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to either. But no one knows what'll happen in the future. Hey, maybe there's a chance that I could turn into something like Grey Sister then? I can't believe it, but that feels right to me, you know? What's this feeling? Like, I felt it before, but it still feels kind of new. Deja vu? Yeah, that. Is that what's worrying you, Maho? Yep, well, I feel better already. That's amazing, Gearsy. You found the answer right away. That's good. I'm glad that you're back to normal, Maho. Of course. I'm always like this. Well, I'll get back to Planet Tower. What are you gonna do, Maho? I'm gonna chill here a little longer. Okay, well, see you later then. Yeah. I can't let her see me like this. My memory's something important I have to remember. If I need to know, let me let me remember. Maho, you okay? Oh, iffy. I'm fine, my head was hurting. I think it was because I was just about to remember something. Oh, you seem to be in a lot of pain. Don't force yourself to remember. Now's not the time for all that. Maybe if I can go to the lab again, I might remember something. Where is that lab? Want me to go look for it for you? Huh? Here's your apple juice, Ram. Oh, of course, apple juice. Yay, thanks, Ram. What's wrong, Uni? Well, Grey Sister said something odd. I can't explain why it sounded strange to me, though. I noticed something too, Uni. What? Do you remember when we first fought the Trendfluencer before we took back Planetoon? Sure, of course. It was our first Trendfluencer fight. Ram and I found a fragment of a trendy disc that day. That's the first time you told me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But then we gave it to Maho, didn't we? Yeah, but when everyone was overjoyed that Neptunia could make the suppression device, Maho didn't say a word. It was like it was the first time she had ever seen the fragment of the trendy disc. Well, I guess there's a chance she would have seen a disc like that before, maybe, but that seems unusual. Thanks, Rom. With your help, I think I'm getting a better idea of why this all feels so odd to me. Really? Yes, thank you, Rom. So, what do you think is going on? They're different people. I need to research things first. A message? Who's it from? It's from Maho. It's a direct message. Huh? We wouldn't be able to talk to Grey Sister about it for a little while. Her injuries and exhaustion are too serious right now. We can discuss our next steps without her for the time being. So how do we defeat an immortal R4? The trump card, the sealing device, is somewhere in dimensional no man's land. It would be impossible to locate. Yes, if we had enough energy, the act of time travel seems possible, but the trick would be bringing it through the rift. It's in a location with no concept of space, so it's virtually impossible to know where we are, or where we're going. It would be like looking for a specific grain of sand on the ocean floor, blindfolded. The future honoree found a way to calculate for that, though. Honestly, incredible. But the time it takes to calculate it is also beyond insane. What, like 12,000 years? Zeri's futuristic tech and processing capabilities make it possible. It would be absolutely impossible otherwise. Aren't we getting off topic? So how do we beat up that Arbor? Neptune is actually being serious. Sis is right. It's very important. R4 is gathering share energy using the IS crystal and gaining strength. We have to hurry. What do? We don't have a sealing device. It all comes back to that, doesn't it? Her sister said she could make it again. And maybe she can, but we don't really have time to wait around for her to do that. If only we could find one lying around. Lying around? Oh. That one thing. It looked identical, remember? In the lab? I see, you know, this one looks like your fridge back at home, Noir? No, the capsule that you were trapped in. Now that you mention it. But if they just abandoned it there, could it truly be the same sealing device? Ray's sister said that she took something that ASIC made and modified it as a prototype before making the sealing device. Either way, it's better than nothing. We might as well look around, no harm in trying. Let's go. Or, you know, whatever people are saying these days. Are people saying that now? Hey, where's Maho? She wasn't feeling well, so she is sleeping in her room. Oh, really? Everything Grace Sister said had to do with her, more or less. It would be a lot more for her to process. She just needs time. Here it is. This is the room where the capsule was. It doesn't look like anyone's been in here. Wait, there's someone here. There's someone there. Oh, it's just it. Iffy. IF, what are you doing here? I was looking for clues to terminate R4. Oh, you too? Well, did you find anything? No, not yet. Why are you all here anyways? We're also searching for ways to help us defeat R4. I see, so the Ashen Goddess told you. Ashen Goddess? What else did she say? Anything about the IS crystal? Sis, get back. Huh? Why? That's not IF. What? It's true, IF wouldn't call her the Ashen Goddess now. She already knows her name as Grey Sister. It's also highly suspicious that she would ask us anything regarding the IS crystal. Hey, it looks like you saw right through me. I suppose I got a little careless. I took the form of IF just in case, but I didn't expect to find you here. R4. Just what brings you to this lab, I wonder?
This is the end. Allow me to bring you to your doom. Revenge.
There we go.
Is this the end?
Quick and easy.
Not bad, goddesses.
Nice, 4 seconds back.
This is where you'll be defeated. Yeah, you're going down, clown.
Oh snap. Rom got her.
No, stop. Huh? Why, sis? Why are you stopping us? R4 can't be defeated now. We shouldn't do this.
Oh, you know about that. The Ashen Goddess must have told you.
R4 is right in front of us, but we can't do a thing about it. This is mortifying.
But it was all for nothing. There isn't anything I want here. You goddesses are a disappointment. There is no way you will defeat me. However, I must take care of any loose ends.
What are you trying to do?
You came looking for this capsule, yes?
Oh no, the capsule!
That's the face I wanted to see. Yes, twisting and writhing in despair. Farewell. I do hope you manage to entertain me a little bit more the next time we meet.
That was our last hope.
In the end, R4 destroyed the capsule.
Why was R4 there in the first place? Wasn't it just to destroy the capsule?
But she sounded like she didn't know that we were after it.
But it was all for nothing. There isn't anything I want here. You goddesses are a disappointment. There is no way you will defeat me. However, I must take care of any loose ends.
You're right.
What was R4 looking for then?
I might have an idea about that.
Grey Sister, is it okay for you to be up?
Yes. I rested and I'm feeling much better. How is Maho?
Oh, Maho is... I'm right here.
Is it okay if we join you?
Maho! Henri!
Maho, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. I ran into Henri, so I thought that we should go together.
I see.
Thank goodness. I do think it's better that Maho hears about this too. R4 is looking for a way to disable the limiter on the IS crystal.
The limiter?
Yes. The IS crystal continues to absorb share energy from people, but the limiter restricts how much absorption is possible. The IS crystal was originally developed to solve the serious lack of share energy on the PC continent. Share energy is derived from the faith of the people, and it has historically flowed one way, from the citizens to the goddesses. The R-phone allowed it to become bi-directional in order to increase efficiency. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I think I get the idea.
I don't understand how it could go both ways between the goddesses and citizens.
I think I get it. Instead of waiting around, goddesses can try to appeal to their people. Is that what you mean? Like, hi, I'm the goddess. I did this today. Isn't that great? Now give me some pudding. You know, something like that.
Yes, something like that.
How did Neptune beat me to it?
So the reason R4 started to give away our phones was to gather more shares.
Yes. And she tried to increase the rate at which she was accruing share energy with sheer volume. The R-phones.
But it didn't work?
Correct. The R-phones had limiters placed on them for the citizens' safety. Her efforts were futile because the phones were capped. The share energy gathered by the IS crystal is sent to a tower on the PC continent and is supplied to wherever it is needed. However, if the link to the tower were to be severed, it would create a risk of the energy flowing back. In this scenario, the limiter would activate, restricting the amount of share energy being absorbed.
In other words, because the IS crystal has a limiter, it can't hold that many shares?
Correct. And R4 herself is unable to remove the limiter. In my original timeline, this limiter failed, and R4 obtained unimaginable power. That's why I came to the past. I'm here to activate the limiter. It's desperate, but it had to be done.
So, how does one sever the link to the tower?
Well, for example, if the tower intended to receive share energy from the IS crystal is destroyed.
The tower... destroyed?
Yeah. I had to destroy the tower to activate the limiter, at the expense of those inside. Your parents. I had no choice.
Oh, no.
I'm not here seeking forgiveness. The blood on my hands is the burden I have to carry for creating the IS crystal.
Henri! Perhaps you should rest a bit. You don't want to worsen your wounds.
Thank you.
Back to reading. Henri. Nepgear, I'm sorry. I'm just having trouble processing it all. It's okay. I know this is really important to you, Henri. If what she says is true, then Arthur would have become an even bigger matter if she didn't destroy the tower. Even if it was in exchange for the whole world my parents were taken from me, I can't help but feel the loss. It wasn't worth it. I'm not convinced. The world might have been saved, but I lost mine in the process. But seeing Maho wrestle with depression, seeing her injured like that. She tried to save the world all alone and carry such a heavy burden. I can't really speak to that. Henri, I'm sorry if I sound weird. I hope I'm not weirding you out. It's okay, honestly, I'm here for you. Thanks, Nepgear. I'm gonna hang out here a little longer. I need some time to myself to think. Yeah, I understand. I'll see you later then. We got a good haul of parts in town. We can continue with repairs now. Phew, I was going to repair it in my free time, and I think I can finally do it. I'm starting to understand how it works. Ziri really is amazing. It's kind of amazing that future me actually put this all together. This takes me back. Huh? Oh, sorry, am I intruding? No, it's okay. Is it a good idea for you to be up and about? Yes, I'm feeling much better now. I heard that you were going to try and repair her, Nepgear, so I requested to come and watch you work. Oh, I see. Should I have asked for permission before attempting the repairs? It's something like that. You made Ziri in the first place. It just feels so similar. I remember when we built Ziri together. Do you mind if I hang out here and observe? No problem. Her sister isn't saying anything, it's just watching me work. Would it be rude for me to talk to her? But I do have things I want to ask. Yes? First sister, you're really Maho, aren't you? Why do you stay in your transformed state? Well? Oh, it's okay if you don't want to say. It's not that, it's just that this form is my default now. I've decided when I time traveled for the first time that I would remain in this form until R4 is defeated. It's my own way of taking responsibility. You talk a little differently too. Is that because of your transformation? Actually, I'm just trying to be like you. To be like me. You risk your life for the world. I try to do the things you did, hoping to have the same strength you had. I'm not all that strong. All I know how to do is rely on people. Being able to admit that so easily is part of your strength. Maho is always so stubborn, yet she is never confident in herself. She tries to hide it by acting how she does. The way she talks is just an act. She thinks it gives her personality. Oh, don't tell her I told you that. It's Maho's biggest secret. Haha, I understand. Nepgear. What is it? Thank you for repairing Ziri, and thank you for staying friends with me and Maho. That's all I wanted to say. Great sister. I'm gonna leave you to it now. Okay, I'll see you later. Yes, I'll let you know as soon as Ziri's repairs are complete. Thank you, I look forward to it. Nepgear. Uni, what's up? We need to talk. Do you have a minute? Yeah, it's fine. She says it's okay. Come on. Gearsy. Maho?
Thank you for coming.
Well, I wanted to talk too. I can't just ignore this. What do you want from me?
There's only one thing that I want, and it has to do with the IS crystal limiter.
You're the only one who knows about that, right?
Yeah, but this has to do with you too. If there was a guaranteed way to protect this world and all of your friends in it, you would see it through, right, Maho?
Of course! I doubt you had to ask that. We're the same person.
And what if, to do that, we have to vanish from this world forever?
Huh? What do you mean?
There is only one way to remove the limiter on the IS crystal. Our biometrics.
Biometrics?
Yes. As long as we're gone, there's hope for Nepgear in this timeline. Of course, I'm not just going to vanish. I'll leave behind an improved sealing device. Even if I cannot complete it until I disintegrate, leaving behind the blueprint should be enough for Nepgear to complete it. We're the same person from different timelines. If we interact, the time paradox occurs. We fuse, or we disintegrate. You remember, don't you? When we first interacted?
Interacted?
It was through the IS crystal at Planet Tower, and at the hill on Louis. It was only for a moment, but we directly made contact. There was a force that pushed us to either disintegrate or fuse as one. Do you recall the headache you had?
The hill at Louis. So that thing was because of you two? I just happened to be caught up in your time paradox?
Huh?
Get away from her, Grey Sister!
Uni?
Kiersey?
I'm sorry, Grey Sister. Something's been bothering me.
Yeah, Maho. Some things aren't lining up here. Uni? Kiersey? What's gotten into you? We were trying to figure out if you're the real Maho or not.
What?
Maho, do you remember the first time you defeated the Trendfluencer? I'll take it for safekeeping. I'll be sure to let Histoire know. Okay. Go ahead, Maho.
We checked with Histoire about the disc fragment Ram and I found. She said she never received that report.
Oh, right. That happened. But even I can be forgetful sometimes. While I was holed up in my room in last station, you were attacked by monsters. It was so bad you were bedridden. Yet somehow, you continued working alongside Nepgear and the others. I took some medicine and I got better. Here, I can prove it on Maji. We talked to the doctor that treated you, and your medical record said you were in bed that whole time. You never left.
Maho, why do you think Higurashi suspected you?
Because she saw me talking to someone about the R-phone manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
She said that I was the traitor because she saw that conversation at the lab. But I suppose the footage from the lab is what ultimately led her to that conclusion. Oh, are you actually suspecting me? That's right, you faker!
What? There are two Mahos?
Yes. R4's spy isn't just Henri, it's the fake Maho, too! Considering the real Maho was nearby, you sure got overconfident. When did you realize it? Something felt off, so a few of us started talking about it. I need to research things first. A message. Who's it from? It's from Maho. It's a direct message. Huh? I knew I was being suspected as a spy, so I thought it would be better if I let everyone believe that. I talked about what I did back then, or how I was during this time. I asked my friends who were with me, and we talked about it a lot. I might have amnesia, but it's not like I have short-term memory loss. Some stuff just wasn't making sense to me. That's when I thought that there might have been someone posing as me, snooping around. So who are you? R4 in disguise? You found me out?
So you are a fake?
I just wish you didn't talk about how to remove the limiter. You satisfied, R4?
I didn't think there would be a limiter. No wonder the IS crystal couldn't be altered.
R4?
I thought friends tell each other everything. We are partners, are we not?
This was just a mutually beneficial arrangement. Don't pretend we're friends. The real R4?
Most likely. I can feel the IS crystal.
So what about Maho?
You called me a fake earlier, right? I'm not a fake. Grace's sister would know. We're just a couple of replacements for our older sister.
Replacements? Are you from another timeline?
I haven't lost my memories, and I remember everything from back when I grew up on the PC continent. Looking at it from my point of view, well, who the hell are you?
I've got what I needed. It's time for me to leave. Who would have thought that a living person would be the key? Thanks for sharing that with me, Gray Sister.
Wait!
Gray sister!
I can't move!
Don't push yourself too hard. Ram, go get help. Okay! If that's the Maho of this timeline, then who am I?
Ooh. And so the plot thickens once again. And I do believe that is enough for this episode, so hey, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, goodbye.